In the mid-1880s, much of the land in what is now Strathcona was owned by a man who would become the second mayor of Vancouver. His name was David Oppenheimer. In a life filled with foresight and innovation, Oppenheimer not only helped build the fledgling city of Vancouver, but touched almost every aspect of the early development of British Columbia, from Victoria to the interior. Born in 1834 in a small town in Germany, David Oppenheimer was one of 10 children born to German Jewish parents. As a young man, he moved with his family to the US, settling in San Francisco in 1851, drawn by the California gold rush. But rather than join the thousands of gold seekers staking claims, the five Oppenheimer brothers, Charles, Meyer, Godfrey, Isaac, and David, started a mining supply business. With the decline of the gold fields in California, word circulated of a new strike in the territory of British Columbia. In 1858, the Oppenheimer brothers, along with hundreds of miners, relocated to Victoria. As the Fraser River gold rush exploded, the Oppenheimer brothers once again established a supply business, selling everything miners needed to survive in the wilds of the BC interior. To better serve miners, they built supply stores in gold country and operated mule trains to carry equipment and provisions to half a dozen towns in BC. With such far-flung businesses, David realized the importance of transportation in building a new country. In 1862, he joined a group that successfully lobbied the colonial government to build the Cariboo Road, the first road into the interior. In the 1880s, David also raised funds for the Canadian Pacific Railway during its construction through the Fraser Canyon. With the decline of the gold rush and the completion of the railroad, David moved to Vancouver in 1885. In 1887, he opened the first wholesale grocery business, a business that still exists as the city's oldest. And in 1888, he was elected the second mayor of Vancouver. During his 4-year tenure, he established much of the young city's infrastructure, including the fire department and a streetcar system. David helped establish the Vancouver Board of Trade and attracted industries such as the BC Sugar Refinery and the Vancouver City Foundry. While he realized the importance of building commerce and developing resources, he also improved the everyday lives of citizens, helping them live in comfort and good health. He oversaw the construction of a city hospital and in 1888 presided over the opening of Stanley Park. For the Jewish community, David allotted a separate section of Mountain View Cemetery for Jewish burials. In 1891, after 4 terms as mayor and in declining health, David retired from politics. On December 31st, 1897, David Oppenheimer died at the age of 63. In 1911, a bronze bust of the former mayor was erected at the entrance of Stanley Park. For nearly a century, he was all but forgotten. But in 2008, he was designated by the Government of Canada as a person of national historic significance. Today, Mayor Oppenheimer is remembered as having had the ability to sense what was needed by a growing city and as a man ahead of his time.